You read the title correctly, my kind friends. I am someone who had a teacher who, in my youth, did a little bit, and we didn't know at the time, but I found out recently, did a little bit of what we like to call drag. So, let me get into this, yeah? So, I'm planning on getting back into video essays sometime here soon, making some nice little video essays, and I have a couple of things planned out. Like, there's something that I found that I think is really fucking weird that I want to cover, and I was also thinking about doing some video game related video essays, and I was also thinking about doing a video essay related to the way that like black children are typically viewed as being more violent or more dangerous than other groups of children, and I was going to use an anecdote from my childhood where I was falsely accused of something. Me and another mixed kid were falsely accused of something, and that was going to like inform something. And part of that was trying to find the name of the principal who actually did the thing, because she was like a temporary assistant principal at the school. And through going through that, I was basically trawling through rosters of my school and who taught at my school at the time, yada yada yada. And then I saw a name that, was familiar to me. And it was my lovely, one of my lovely arts teachers. There were about 3 arts teachers at the school that I went to of like various different arts, like visual arts, music arts, etc. I'm not going to go too specific into it because I don't want to reveal too many details about him, but he was one of these artistic teachers. And I remember I saw his name, and I remembered him being really nice. And I was like, I got curious, and I was like, this is kind of a stressful process, me looking for the name of this lady who kind of messed me up as a kid. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like Google this teacher's name, see what he's up to now, because he no longer works at that school. And I looked him up, and I found out a couple of things. So I found out that he is a man who's into other men. Cool. That isn't something that we knew as kids. It was something that, like, as I got older, I kind of expected, just with, like, the way that he carried himself. I was like, doesn't seem like a straight guy, if I'm being honest. And, there's actually, like, one really funny story that I'm going to get into a little later, after I say this next bit. But on top of finding that out, what I also found out, looking at some of his social media pages, was that this teacher that I had is a drag queen. My teacher was a drag queen, and still is a drag queen. No longer my teacher. I was in elementary school when this person was my teacher, but he's a drag queen. And I thought, with all of this worry about drag queens being a danger to kids, I would talk about my experience with this teacher. So, this teacher never talked about being a drag queen, ever. Never even talked about being gay. The closest thing that he got, or bi, I don't know, sexuality, the closest thing that he ever got to talking about relationships and partners was like when he announced that he got engaged. And that was it. He just said, "Oh, I got engaged. Hey, good news. I got engaged," which is something that happens like fairly often in schools, like especially have a younger teacher, which he was on the younger side. He just told us like he got engaged, and let me tell you, he didn't specify gender, and even if he did, it wouldn't have been an issue if he said like, "Oh, me and my fiance got engaged," or like, "Me and my boyfriend got engaged." We wouldn't have cared, Really, the only indication that he was gay was that he had, like, a rainbow Mickey Mouse sticker on, like, the side of one of the black filing cabinets that he had in his room. And if I'm being honest, we never saw that filing cabinet. Ever. Really. The only reason why I saw it, even, was because we had a lockdown drill in his classroom because, school lockdown drills, they happen. And the way that the classroom were set up, it was like door, filing cabinet. Wait, hold up. It was like door here, and then the filing cabinet right next to it. And the way that lockdown drills work, we had to line up on the side of like where the door is so that no one could look in and see us. And the only reason why I saw that picture was because, not picture, but like that like rainbow Mickey Mouse sticker, was because like I sat next to it and then I looked up because, this fucking bored ass kid during the lockdown drill, what am I gonna do? And I saw it and I was just like, oh, cool. He likes Disney. He's been to Disney. Like, that's what I thought about it at the time. And like, that's not a sticker we would have normally seen because like the way we sat in his class, it was like let's say this is the wall, this is where the filing cabinet would have been. The student sat right here and then like forward. So like no one really saw that sticker. So to go further into this, the entire reason again why I even looked up this teacher is because I was looking up a temporary assistant principal that we had who honestly kind of traumatized me as a kid. Because she had falsely accused me of something that I did not do and made my life a living hell for like an entire day. And that was a harrowing fucking experience for me. And the other kid that we were in that situation with. And like, it's something that I want to cover in a video essay later. And let me tell you, this lady who traumatized me was an older white Christian lady. Like, an older Christian lady was the woman who fucking traumatized me. It wasn't this gay man who's also a drag queen. That man didn't talk about it. And even if he did, let me tell you, the exact same way that I reacted to seeing that rainbow Mickey Mouse head sticker on his filing cabinet during that lockdown drill is the same way the rest of the class probably would have reacted to finding out that he was engaged to a man, or finding out that he was a drag queen. Just like, oh, that's cool. Oh, he's getting married. Oh, he does dress up. That's fucking cool. That's sick. He posed no threat. And let me tell you, that man was one of the nicest teachers at the school. One of the nicest teachers at the school. I felt infinitely safe with that man. And let me tell you, there were some times when we were like one-on-one. When I was trying out for, well, I guess I have to reveal now what he was a teacher of. He was a music teacher. And I was trying out for like some specific music stuff where it had to be like one-on-one in the room to like, make sure the kids weren't, like nervous about shit. He did nothing. He sat there, I had to sing to him so I could like try out for this thing. I didn't get in because I sing like shit. But like, I was perfectly fucking safe. But no, apparently drag queens are like threats to children and whatnot. No. This is someone who is a drag queen, who taught kids, and still teaches kids, I believe. Still not at that school, but did fucking nothing. Perfectly normal, perfectly safe, fucking dude. The person who traumatized me at that school was an older Christian lady. Not a gay man who does drag. Yeah? And I'm saying all this to say this. I am quite literally an example of the fact that, believe it or not, no, drag queens don't pose an inherent fucking danger to kids. I am a clear example of that myself. Yeah? And that, listen, let me tell you, everyone watching this, I'm going to milk that shit in debates. So hard. Like, I'm gonna have the data, and I'm gonna have the personal anecdote. Yeah? Because they don't pose a threat to your kids. I wasn't predated on. He didn't predate on any other kids. He was almost everyone's favorite teacher. Because he was really nice. He was really funny. He loved Disney movies. Like, it was sick as fuck. He was a cool teacher. And I guarantee you, if everyone knew he was a drag queen, no one would have been fucking weird about it. And he wasn't a weirdo at all. Because guess what? Most fucking drag queens aren't. You don't hear of stories of drag queens being weird to fucking kids. 9 times out of 10, it is religious leaders who traumatize kids. Yeah? Again, going back to that assistant principal who did some fucking fucked up shit and accusing me of something that I did not do. Yeah? And did not let off even when I told her repeatedly, no, I didn't do it. No, I didn't do it. You can check it. No, I didn't do it. That lady was an older Christian lady. Had a cross in her fucking office while she was falsely vilifying me of something that I did not do. And that's something that I just wanted to say. That's something that I wanted to share, and I think is my duty to share. You know, as a kid who was fortunate enough to grow up in an era where people such who moonlight as drag queens for fun. I dropped something. But like where people who moonlight as drag queens for fun also teach kids on the side and are passionate about their teaching and are very caring, very engaged teachers who just happen to do things that are fun on the side, such as drag. He posed no threat. He was perfectly fine. A perfectly fine, perfectly nice teacher. And that's just something that I wanted to share. So, with that being said, if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, bell icon, comment what you want me to cover down below. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next stream. Peace. I have to hit the stop recording button.